And welcome to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your host, Sasha, a.k.a. Haley Williams. I'm going to stand on it. She's living her elite milk life, dude. Like, she really is. Like, she's married to another pop punk guy, the guy from Newfound Glory. They're going on tour soon. Maybe I might hit up a date. I don't know who they're touring with. That's the thing about touring with, about, like, liking, or, like, when old bands go on tour. They always... Like old bands that are bigger than the bands they came up with, they go on tour with like all these like new hip acts that like like my old ass doesn't know.
Yeah.
Also, I hope this recording comes out okay. I tried to turn my gain down because I hate when my laugh cuts out on the videos.
Yeah, you sound okay. You sound okay.
Well, I guess we'll just see what happens.
And I am Thrillah from the 3, aka Jay from NMT, aka Christian. We miss you.
Yo, y'all out there in the audience, y'all gotta pray for Christian, bro. This nigga. So like I said, last week he was in Vegas because of a work trip. And then he got COVID out there. So be careful of COVID if you're one of the, or just anybody anywhere. I feel like a lot of people randomly are getting it. I can't really discern an area that it's coming from. Yeah. But people are getting it again this summer, weirdly. And then he gets COVID, right? Comes home. I don't really even know if he's been feeling okay because his fucking power went out today. No, it went out last night. His power went out because he lives in the fucking mountains and he's mad high elevation. So, you know, Detroit and Pennsylvania kind of have relatively, even New York, kind of have like relatively similar weather, like within the same day of each other, or with the same kind of winds, same kind of snows. Right. So over here in Detroit, you know, we got like a couple of sprinkles, but his high ass in the mountains, high both literally and figuratively, got a crazy storm that knocked his power out, and it's been out for 24 hours. So pray for him. His family he's at a hotel with his family right now because there's no heat, air conditioning, chips. I don't know. You don't need a market. You don't need pray for that nigga's fridge, because that nigga's fridge be full of shit. So I hope that food stays kept. That's how you know I'm a fat ass nigga. Anytime there's a power outage, I always think about the food first.
The food. Hit the food. Yo, bro, wait. Try to turn your gain down a little bit more. I heard you start to sound like you were
how's that?
A little bit. That sounds good.
I would just play around more on GarageBand too, but I don't even know how that shit works. Mm-hmm. We're doing great over here at the National Meat Treasure. A year in. We still don't know how sound works.
Hey, man. Physics.
But I got a question for you, Joey.
What's up?
When was the last time you were like really fucking drunk in public? And how old were you?
It's funny that you asked that. I was out somewhere last night with somebody who was getting really drunk, and it was really fucking annoying. The last time I was drunk in public, I don't think I can remember. I'm 32 now. I feel like it had to be somewhere around 27.
27. That's a pretty decent age.
Yeah.
What did you do that was embarrassing, would you say? Or did you not do anything embarrassing?
I don't think I did anything embarrassing, at least not publicly. Maybe I probably just said embarrassing things to people I was with. You know, you get drunk, you start feeling yourself, you start getting a little chatty.
Dude, it's actually funny. I was going to segue into a story. And the reason I segued in the story is because you just said a line a guy I had to kick out of the club this weekend said.
Fuck.
So I'm in the club, right? And they got this new area. They turned this new area into a section, right? So it wasn't a section before. We didn't have to pay to sit there before. Now you do. They put some fancy, you know, how the tree walls are in vogue right now. So they put some grass on the walls, whatever. It's in the patio area. So they put some grass on the walls around the area, put like a tree in there, and now it's quote unquote a section. You have to pay. I don't know how much sections cost, by the way. They don't. People get so mad at me in the club for not how much does a section cost? Why the fuck would I know? I'm here for free. I mean, they pay me to be here. I don't ask the prices of shit. Everything in here is free to me. I don't know what shit cost. But like I'm security, I'm a babysitter. But there was this dude, and I come in, he's in this section, right? And it's this dude, two other dudes, and three other dudes, and like 10 girls. I don't know if they were like with them or whatever. There's one girl was with the drunk guy, which I'll get into the girl later. But This guy is like climbing on furniture to like dance and like, take pictures. Keep in mind, this is like a grown ass man. He was probably, I would say, between like 27 and like 32, like somewhere
Okay.
in there.
Yeah.
Real dark skin. He could have been younger. So, and he's climbing on shit. He's falling over. And I gave this dude 5 chances. And remember on chance 3, he's like, I gave him more just because like some people like are dickheads when they're drunk. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I came up to him, I was like, yo, bro, like I'm gonna have to like remove you if you don't start acting right. And he's like, bro, you know how you be feeling yourself when you're drunk. I'm sorry, man. which to me is like annoying because I don't know. I've never. I mean, I've been belligerent drunk before for sure, but like I was never in a public setting, or like at least I wasn't in an establishment. It was like a house party or like.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last time I was like super fucked up, I was like 25, which I can get into that story later. That shit is hilarious in hindsight. But this guy, eventually it comes to the point where I have to kick him out. He's falling over the gate. He's stumbling. He's knocking shit over. And, the rest of the security guards come over. We escort him and his party out. And what got me the most mad about me having to kick this nigga out was his girl had a fresh BBL, bro.
Oh no.
Fresh. So for those who don't know, so maybe you're wondering, how do you know if a BBL is fresh? Well,
Yes.
as a security guard, I will tell you. And for those who like hit the club that people get BBLs in, because this is the place, the establishment I work at, it's very ratchet, and a lot of women get their bodies done there.
Okay.
And next time you go to the club, just look around. Look around. You can tell the signs. The signs of a BBL is, all right. So obviously you have the BBL body. It's noticeable. No one has ass that big, titties that big, waist that small. Naturally, it's a rare thing, right? You can tell the signs of a BBL, but the way you can tell it's fresh is when you see the girl out, she's looking good, and then she gets to the establishment, and then her friends start slowly coming into the establishment, and they all do this. They do like the Will Smith to Jada kind of meme where it's like, look at this, like, oh my, like they stick their hands out like, oh my god, oh my god, I can't believe it, and like I don't even have to like hear it because like I can't hear the conversations over the music,
Yeah.
but I can like I know what's happening.
You
So
see
they
it.
do the hand gestures, and then the girl will just like, because here's the thing about the club I work at. I'm not horny in there. As fine as those girls are, I don't be horny because, like, again, they don't spiritually align with me. They be ratchet, they be loud, they be on bullshit, on dirt, and they're in their Gucci and all this other super high class designer shit. As you can see, I'm here in a old work T-shirt and no retwist. So the Gucci, the Fendi, Louis Prada, whatever, doesn't vibe with me, no matter how fat your ass is. But when these girls see their friend's fresh BBL and the girl starts squeezing her titties and their friend starts squeezing her ass and it's just like it's like a little lesbian fest. It's a festival, dude. Like they just rub on each other for fucking 20 minutes, and the whole time I'm sitting there just like, please stop rubbing on each other. Like, I don't need this torture. I don't need this torture. And the fact that this dude was acting up so crazy in this establishment when his girl looked like that, bro. And he was short too. He was short as shit. He was like 5'5". His girl was like 5'3", and she was dark skinned as shit. Braids fresh, very
Ooh.
fresh cornrows. I love my cornrows.
Racist.
And I was 150% hating because I could hold my liquor. And I know he's at that point too where it's like, like niggas talk about whiskey dick, and I heard about whiskey dick so long before I ever really started drinking. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I was always afraid that like if I drink too much, I'm not gonna be able to make it happen.
Right.
But when I got older and started learning how to drink, I was like, okay, there's a point where you can't get it up, or a point where you fuck terribly. That's like an 8 on the drunk scale.
Yeah.
But if you're at like a 5, it's all night.
Yeah.
5 is absolutely reckless, and I strive to be at that 5, and knowing that he was at like a 10. Like he was not absolutely, like he was gonna go home and go to sleep. There was no way he was giving her dick off the sauce that was in his body. And like, and after I kicked them out, I like looked at the bottles they had. Like there was like 4, 5, 6 Douce bottles. I was like, there's no way.
Oh yeah. No.
On top of the little glasses of the mixed drinks, he was giving nothing, bro.
He wasn't
absolutely
going to.
Nothing.
There was no plans for the night. So good quality shut eye. Yeah, I would have. Did she leave with him?
Yeah, and it was annoying too because she was how do I put this? Like she was so mad. She's like, "What did we do? We didn't do anything." I was like, "Bro, you saw me pull this nigga off a table 2 times at least, at least. Like you didn't mean you don't." And then they're doing the whole thing. I said something on TikTok. It got a little divisive on there, motherfucker. So I
Oh,
said, I don't be supporting black business sometimes because because when you work at a club where niggas go when they get new money,
yes,
it makes you really want to think about like I'm not like
yes.
listen, I could buy these waist beads off you, I could, but I know if I get these waist beads off Amazon, Jeff Bezos not gonna come and get aggravated at the club.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, so sometimes I see that like there's I go to the farmers market and I see the little black stands. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. And then, but I gotta look at your outfit first, make sure like make sure this money's not going directly back to the white man. This is not going directly back to Gucci.
Right.
No Balenciagas are gonna purchases are gonna be made with my money. That's what I want to
Right.
know when I
Right. I
support black
understand.
businesses.
That's a shame because I love Balenciaga. I don't even really know what most of the shoes look like. I just love the name Balenciaga. I love the name of designer stuff like Hermes, Balenciaga, Valentino.
I never heard of Valentino. I thought that was I've heard that name before, but I thought it was like in reference to Bobby Valentino every time I heard it.
Nah, nah, those are shoes. I believe it might be Giuseppe Valentino, or Giuseppe's are another designer brand. There's a Giuseppe something. McQueen, that's a cool sounding one. McQueen. Yeah, if I
Is
get rich,
Banana Republic not cool sounding? Banana Republic sounds kind of cool to me. H&M, say with an accent. H&M.
H&M. Yeah, well, yo, where that's from? This is from, that's from H&M. Ooh, where's that? Yeah, it's exclusive. You can only get it at the Staten Island Mall.
Exactly. That's you got to make do. I just hate like I know everybody's broke, bro. I know everybody's broke. Why are we all spending so much money on these clothings and this and bro, I feel like if you buy a bottle at a club,
You're an
do
idiot.
you know I was like 31 or 32 when I found out how much a bottle cost at the club. That's like when I
Same.
started doing security and I had rappers talking about buying a bottle. And to flex is always wasteful, right? When you're flexing, you're always saying something like, "Oh, I have 10 cars and I don't drive them."
Mm-hmm.
I got 8 rooms in my house. I gotta have a walkie-talkie to talk to my maid. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
so when niggas talked about buying bottles at the club, I always assumed that like you were gonna buy a bottle and only have like 2 sips. No, this is not the case. You're going to drink that whole bottle because the
Yes.
way they price bottles at the club is they say, okay, if a shot costs $7 and there are 24 shots in this bottle, 7 times 24 is the cost of this bottle because that's how
Right.
much money we're going to lose on giving it to you. We're not. I thought they were getting wholesale prices on bottles at the
Right.
club.
Right. Right. No. 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 They are reverse retailing the bottle at the club. They reverse retail it, which is really fucking insane. Like, and look, if I'm going out and I'm with some niggas who's with a nigga who got money and he's buying bottles, nigga, I'm with the shits, dog. I was out. I've been out with niggas who buy bottles. Economically, completely cavalier with the finances. However, I know in the situations I've been, they were people who made money off of like sports betting and shit like that. So it wasn't even money they had, and it just came up. So niggas ball out. I understand that. I respect it, and I'm here to partake and benefit from it. I am.
Benefit from it, can't knock you.
Yeah. But will I
But
ever buy a bottle? I don't think my spirit could let me do that.
dude, when I found out a bottle of Hennessy was like $3.50 at the swing club I was working at, I lost
That
my
shit is
mind.
so crazy, bro. That's just $40 in the fucking store.
Not to mention the fact that they're buying it for wholesale. So the club is buying it for
Yes.
like 20.
Yes. Yes. You just
This-
paid that. Yo, they just made so much. And you paid to get in. And you paid for the
And
section.
they paid to get in at the section. There's no way you have the money. There's no way you have the
Honestly,
facilities.
when you think about it, like being a club owner sounds very, very lucrative when every person that walks into that door is just a potential $500 just for breathing.
Just for breathing. Not every person.
Not every person.
There's
It's
people.
potential, but there's a lot of people in there. I got a water and I got one beer. That's all I showed up for. I'm sometimes that nigga also.
You pay your $20 cover, and then you
Mm,
paid for one beer that was probably like $8, and then
mm.
a water that was might have been free depending on the establishment.
I've never been to a place. I've never been to a bar where they gave out water for free. Um, yeah, so that must be some pretty some you like that must be some rich nigga shit, right? You go to a bar where they're giving out water for free, then like that means everybody's got money. Um,
I remember one time I was kind of shocked on the bill. I didn't look at the bill, so I was out with this woman, and she had 5 drinks, and I had each drink was different because she didn't know how to drink.
mm,
But like one was like a fancy cocktail, and one was like rum with pineapple, and one was a vodka soda, a double. And then I got
oh,
2 drinks, the same shit I drink all the time: club soda, uh, club soda, tequila, and lime.
mhm.
And I had gotten 3 additional just club sodas because I was like, I was driving, like I'm done for the night.
Yeah, yeah,
And I didn't look at the itemized bill, but the full bill was only like $76. So I was like, did they not charge me for the club sodas? Because I mean, technically that was like 10 drinks.
right.
Like,
You know what? I could totally see that, right? It's coming off a tap. They're filling it up in a little cup with ice. I could totally see them charging, like not charging that. That'd be nice. That's good. Good for them.
I mean, the bar in question is like down the street, so I gotta go there again and get some club soda and just find out. It's weird to add. I feel like it's weird. Like, you know what? It's not weird. It's not embarrassing. But like, I be feeling that way in a crowded bar when I ask the price of something. Like if you ask the price of like how much is a bottle, that's a reasonable price. If you ask the price of like how much are shots, that's reasonable. But if you say like, yo, how much is the price of just water? I feel like if somebody overhears me, like especially in Detroit, it's a small city. So
Yo. How much is the water? Oh, the crazy thing is though, honestly, I think you're totally right. No, water definitely would be free at a bar. Bottled water, no. Bottled, but then again, like I don't know. If I was a bar, I feel like I don't know. I don't think I'd even have bottled water. Um,
it's just very like it's very strange because like we gotta get healthier in this culture because whenever I'm at the club and I see somebody drinking bottled water, they're always down bad. They're always like too drunk. Their friends are rubbing their back. Like no
yeah.
one's just getting bottled water just to have it.
Yeah,
No,
it's never just a good idea to have some water. Nah, niggas got to be dying. Niggas
and
got to be
there's
dying.
times where you go to the club, you take a piss, and you're like, this piss is high yellow. This is not a good color of this piss. I should have a bottle of water. No, it's like you just keep having more drinks. Oh, like, oh shit, my piss smells bad. Let me have pineapple juice and vodka.
Yo, you ever notice when you drink beer, your piss is clear, or is that just me?
Trying to think.
When I drink beer, I pee clear, and that's how I know the good Lord intended us to have alcohol. Which is how I know the
I
Lord is not good. The good Lord is not a good nigga.
there is a scientific reason for that, and I know it, but it's on the
Hmm.
tip of my tongue. It's fuck. I think it's the way beer is made. Beer
Sure,
technically is like the alcohol in beer is
it's
clear,
clear.
and it's
Right,
clearing, and your body is clearing that out as opposed to the hops and barley
right, right,
because that's
right,
coming
right.
out slower.
Right. But you have a mixed drink. You're drinking like you're peeing soda, so it's gonna
Yeah,
come out brown.
yeah. You're pissing Coca-Cola, pineapple juice, fucking whatever,
Red Bull,
tomato juice.
tomato juice. Yeah, yeah. I've never
So
I've never had a Bloody Mary, but I heard they're mad good.
I feel like I had a Bloody Mary as a kid once, and I was like, "What is the appeal here?"
Oh, that sounds. That's nigga. Wait, isn't that a V8?
Yeah, it's just like a V8 and lime. What are the ingredients of a Bloody Mary? I think it's just like tomato juice and like
Like
lime or something.
drinking salsa.
Do
I
you fuck
drink
with cocktails?
like I do fuck with cocktails, and I also do fuck with cocktail sauce. I love me a good cocktail sauce. I love me some shrimp, some scallops. I love shellfish. Honestly,
Yeah.
lobster's overrated. I just want to say that.
Like in what sense?
Like it's fancy, it's you can't get it everywhere. I totally get it. Um, but like I enjoy. I feel like crab meat for one tastes better just on its own, and just like shrimp and scallops, just a better experience eating them. Lobster, there's a lot of speed bumps unless you're getting it at a super fancy restaurant that's gonna like give you like a nice chunk of lobster meat. Because
The
like
tail deshelled.
yeah, Cause like, bro, yo, it's mad work cracking. Like, yo, anything you have to put newspaper down on the dining room table for to bring out, like, bro, that's way too much work. After I eat, I'm tired. I don't want to fucking have to clean up a science project. No fucking way. But I would fuck a lobster up right now.
As overrated as it is.
Yeah, I just had a beer. So I'm fucking washed. A little 7%. I'm fucking drunk, and now I'm hungry. I also had a Crunchwrap Supreme and a couple tacos earlier, so I'm really setting myself up for failure tomorrow. It's gonna be a good time though. I'm cooling.
Yeah, I had a couple of drinks last night, but I was good. I stuck to two. I was just out with my friends. It was my friend's other friend's birthday. Shout out to Matthew. So had a couple of drinks. Met some cool guy who apparently lives on my street. People in Detroit are really like, can we like? I need that to spread because whenever you and niggas hear about Detroit when they're
Mm-hmm.
living in
Anywhere.
Arkansas, California, they hear about the hard shit.
Yep.
It's not really that crazy of a town if you mind your fucking business and
Right.
know where to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but besides that, like, I have never met friendlier people in my life than in Detroit, than in not even the Midwest, just specifically Detroit. Because I spent some time in Chicago, and Chicago niggas are friendly, but like, I don't know, Chicago niggas always feel like they're trying to get something from you. But like Detroit niggas just be like I remember like the nigga who gave me. So I met a cool dude. Like I didn't meet him last night. Let me backtrack. I was out with the same friend
Okay.
2 weeks ago, and she had called me out. So me and my homegirl went to link with her, and then I get there, and it's this black dude and his. I don't know if they're married or just dating, but they've been together for a long time. I think she was like Middle Eastern, Syrian, something like that. I don't know.
Ooh.
But if you hear this, sorry. but he's a really cool dude. And I remember like me and the girl left, and I was like, damn, I should have got that couple's Instagram. Like they were really cool. But like they had just came up and started hanging out with my friend because she like looked cool.
Wow.
They wasn't even like swingers or nothing. That's what the vibe I thought it was given. Like I thought they pulled up on her and was just like, yo, you look good. Like, do you want to be a third? But no, they just were two people who've been together a long time, and they said, hey, can we sit here? They started talking to my friend. They started talking to us. And then I left that night thinking, man, I should got that guy's Instagram. He was really cool. And then I popped out last night at the same bar, same friend. Dude was there with this girl again. And I was like, I'll get your Instagram, dog. Like, you're a cool ass dude.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. When I went to Zayo a couple weeks ago with my boy Ian, we made a friend. That shit was super weird. Because I never know like when the conversation is like is this a conversation? Are we hanging out now? Like, are you gonna continue this? Are you gonna stop? Do I walk away? Can I walk away? Can I get the fuck out of here? Are you gonna follow me if I go somewhere? I don't know. I overthink. Like in social situations, I over fucking think. Oh my god.
Oh, I under fucking think. That's why I have a podcast where I talk about my sex life.
Yo, that's a fact. Oh, I be underthinking a lot. We talk about overthinking a lot, but we don't stress enough how much we underthink things. Cause damn.
Oh, I tell all my business. I just feel like I don't know, man. I feel like these secret niggas. Like I know a couple niggas that like, maybe I know about their lives because like we've known each other for X amount of years, 5, 10, 15, whatever the case may be. But like they be so secretive in real life, and I'm like, are you benefiting from moving this way? Because you seem really lonely, dog. Like niggas be like living by themselves, no girl but want one, like not a really tight friend circle. All their niggas are in group chats, and I'm just like, are you okay, nigga? Like maybe you just stop acting like Batman.
Yeah. Am I friends with a nigga who works for the CIA? Do you work for the CIA? You have no family. You know what? I never met your mom. You never mentioned your dad. Who are you for real? Is that even your real name? Yeah, man. I get it.
Bro, this is one nigga I know. He's got like 2 sisters. I was not aware of this until 8 years into our friendship.
That's crazy.
And the only reason I knew is because I was lurking his tagged photos, and he got tagged at his sister's wedding like 8 months prior.
He didn't even post it. He's like, son of a bitch. They caught me slipping.
Exactly. Where you secret niggas? What are you doing with your lives? And I feel like I don't meet secretive women. I meet women who are secretive with other women, but they seem to tell me everything. Like I love the tea.
uh, yeah, man. Yeah, I work in a place like my general place of work. There's like a lot of young people around me, so I be the tea is young kid tea, and it is hilarious. There are some people at my job who just they couldn't keep a fucking secret if that secret was like I don't know a fucking check for $1 million. Like they would fucking let that shit slip out. Like this shit is crazy. Like people be getting the clap at my job and just openly telling everyone about it, thinking that they're gonna keep secrets. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I just wish I wish there were more whores at my job, but there aren't.
How many women do you work with?
Um, I want to say 50% of the. I work at a store, a grocery store, so there's probably like 150 people who work there in total. I'm just shooting numbers out of the dark. I really have like not a good range. Like definitely more than 50, definitely not 300. I don't know. Probably half of them are females. Um, but the age range is crazy. We have people who are fucking like 16, 17 to people who are like 76 who work in my fucking job. Shit is ridiculous. It honestly weighs on my mental health a lot.
You got to tap in with the 76-year-olds. You know they're getting it
No, they're not, bro. They're the worst human being, bro. I'm on Staten Island. These are the worst. These are the niggas who.
in.
It's like I wake up and I see they came to work and I'm like, fuck, the Lord didn't take you last night. I was hoping He would, but you know what? It's all good. Yeah, no. Tell me again why you think Trump was isn't really that bad of a guy. Go ahead, tell me again, sir. Yep. Yo, old niggas are the dirtiest, bro. I remember one time I was working in the meat department. I'm putting out meat, putting out steaks, and this one old guy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, let me know when you get some bearded steaks over here." I was like, "Man, what?" I don't know. Like at first I didn't get it, but he
Is
meant
that
like bearded, yeah, pussy, my nigga, vagina, bearded clam, bearded steaks. He was talking about roast beef with hair.
was this a person working there or just a regular patron?
Yeah, the nigga still works there. I see him all the time. Every time I look at him, I'm like, yo, you're a dirt. And not to, I'm not gonna conflate the two. I'm not gonna say he like, but it's like the dirtiest old niggas who were like the like the kids the most. Like he be giving the kids stickers all day. He's like, there's a little guy, give him stickers, yeah. And then saying some really dirty shit, not related to the children, but it's just like, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's a moral balance in his head, but I mean, hey, he's still kicking. He's still around. Um, so they say the good die young. So that nigga's clearly terrible. He's definitely like almost 80.
Oh my god, yo! Speaking of old niggas, bro,
Donald.
I heard a story right before we got on this. Apparently, it's going viral. I didn't see it yet, but apparently,
Um,
this dude was seeing this woman, just dating her, and I guess they had gotten on hard times, and the couple had to move in with the dude's grandfather,
oh,
and the girl got pregnant. Dude thought the kid was his.
oh,
Turns out it was his uncle. His grandfather was fucking his girl. I don't know the ages, but like
oh,
there's no small gaps between a grandson and a grandfather.
no,
So
no, no.
like bare minimum, if his mom had him at 15 and or
Yep,
his grandma I guess had his mom at 15 and then she had him at 15, that's a minimum 30-year gap.
yep.
Could you
So if
imagine?
if the man is 25, the youngest his grandfather could be would be 55. And you know what? And we probably know that's not the case, right? Like, how do you proceed? How do you proceed with your life? Do you move away? Do you start a new one? I
Well,
think I'd be
first of
looking
all,
for excuses. I'd be looking for excuses to just run away and start a new life. I'd be
well, first
like,
of all, I definitely don't make it go viral because how the fuck you recover from that L? An international L. Like, that's a L heard worldwide.
how do you? Was your aim to be like, okay, this happens to you, and you says, you know what? I'm gonna profit off of this. I'm gonna be that guy whose girl cheated on them with their grandfather. When you see me when I'm at a bar, that's the story I'm gonna tell. Like, yeah, man, yeah, drinks on me. Oh, what do I do? Well, do you have a TikTok? Yeah. Well, I'm the guy. whose girl cheated on him with his grandfather. Yep. I have an uncle by my girlfriend. Yep, her son is my uncle. Ex uncle, because clearly she's not in my life anymore. Like, is that the goal you had in mind for your life? Is that where you decided, oh, this is where my journey is taking me? Is that did you manifest that? Is that a spiritual journey?
Yeah, like do you also like no longer vibe with your uncle now? Like, do you have a newborn enemy?
Yeah, yeah. Like,
That's crazy. Yo, honestly, I feel like your girl getting pregnant by any family member has to be devastating because now they're around forever. But if it's your grandfather or father, that's gotta be
that's a
major. That's like a blow. That's worse than war. There's no recovery from that. You
yeah.
can't even like even like, and that's the thing. Like, even if you get like, even if you're over it, like even if you just don't even care and you just move on, get another girl. Now whenever you get serious with another girl and she meets your family, you gotta explain that.
Oh, keep her away from grandma now. Keep her away from grandpa. He might do it again. Oh, that's what I'm saying, man. You got to start over. You just got to leave. I would definitely dip. I change my name. I would change my name. I wouldn't speak to another person in my family again. There'd be some collateral damage. I'd be like, yo, guys, I'm sorry. I love y'all. I just need to start over because clearly I did things very, very wrong.
I feel like, yeah, you got to get the next girl you meet pregnant and just rock from there. Start a whole new family,
New family, new life.
whole new
Yeah,
tribe.
yeah, yes. Change your name for real. Start a new last name. Take her last name. Take her name, gentlemen. Let's be feminists. Take their last name. Let's carry on the mother's name. Like,
Because you can't have your name. Because,
yeah, niggas are gonna
bro,
find your name.
oh, yo, can I tell you this crazy shit I heard? White boy shit out here.
Oh
So this
shit.
was, I'm surprised I never told y'all guys the story. So you actually might have heard this story.
Oh
So there
man.
was this dude who I didn't like know him for real, but like I was friends with one of his friends. And this dude, he's now a tattoo artist, but he used to work at a Subway.
Okay.
And he went viral because I guess he nutted in the tuna. And like, I think he got jail time for it for a little bit. And his real actual name was like in this article, and he had to like change it to after he got out.
How do you nut in tuna?
How do you get
Like,
bricked up around in a Subway?
like, like how were
Bro,
you?
you know what's crazy? I don't want to say his name, but I just Googled his name, and if the first result is his name, Subway.
Oh my god. You spanking it in between sandwiches? Like like a customer walks in, you just tuck your boner and just try to get through the sandwich so you can finish off your load in the tuna again? Like I don't
Oh wait, no, correction. He didn't nut in the tuna. He
oh
laid
okay.
his bare penis on the raw bread before it went in the oven.
Ah, okay. Okay.
This was 2013, so this was a while ago. He's I don't know if you want to absolve him of his crimes for frequent Subway goers. I don't know if you're traumatized.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
dude. Oh my god. So all right. So now I'm looking at the story.
oh
So
no.
now I'm looking at the story. I'll send you the guy's name, but I'm looking at the story, and let me just go through this. First of all, he put it on Instagram. He put a picture of his bare wang on Instagram, and he said with his Instagram name, my name is. Oh no, somebody else posted it for him, and that says my name is at his real name, and I will be your sandwich artist today.
Oh my god.
You gotta be just incredibly fed up with your job to whip out your beef on the beef.
On the beef. Oh my god. Okay.
And it's fucked up because like, I sent his name in the chat. He's got a really cool name, so to have to
Oh,
change that.
OD, OD. Yeah. You're right. That is the first thing that came up. So and so Subway. Subway employee, so and so lays penis on sandwich. Gets fired after posting photos to Instagram. Wow. My name is, and I will be your sandwich artist today. What? Two employees. Wait, two niggas got the sack for this.
So somebody else took this photo because if
Yeah,
you can see in
that
the
makes sense.
photo, it's his hand and then it's blurred out, beef on this piece of I think it's the cheesy Italian bread,
Oh,
and
that's
there's
the
his
best
other hand is
one.
at his yes. So his other hand is at his side. So I mean somebody else took this photo.
Yeah, yeah.
Incredible. What kind of friend do you have to be? Like that's a great coworker, honestly. Like, yeah, let me whoop your beef out, bro.
A
Let me
second
see that.
photo, allegedly taken by fellow employee, featured a bottle filled with yellowish substance that he had frozen overnight. The caption underneath the photo read, "Today at work, I froze my pee."
Incredible. And this is why we have to defeat capitalism because, like, would he have done this if he was getting paid 21 an hour? I don't think so.
Do we need to defeat capitalism or do we need to defeat men?
You know what's funny though? I was if I can get into my I guess feminist thinking outside the box bag. I
Yeah,
seen a
let's go.
TikTok. I seen one of millions of those like dating TikToks and like
Mhm.
relations between men and women, and it was this woman saying that like men, they always want to hang out with other men, like it's just strange. She got a little homophobic with it, and I was just sitting there thinking like, why doesn't anybody think outside of the time they're living in, right? So here's the thing: you have this woman who's upset that her guy or guys she has dealt with always want to hang out more with their friends, right? Now, I don't think it is abnormal for people to hang out with other people who share the same interest. It's not. But you have to think about society as a whole, right? If you met men, see, here's the thing about men dominate everything, right? They dominate every space, whether it be you know on a financial level or a cultural level. They dominate, right? So let's say your guy is a typical guy, he's into sports and video games and whatever, right? Now those hobbies aren't necessarily quote unquote masculine, they're just
Mhm.
hobbies that are dominated by men, but they
Right.
can be done by women.
Yes.
Now, if you look at like the typical woman, her and don't take that to the heart, audience. You know we got all love out here, but like the typical woman or the woman in this thing, her interests probably align more with like hyper feminine things like doing
Hmm.
makeup. And it's like, first of all, the niggas who own all these makeup companies, they're usually like white men from Europe.
Yes.
They've gotten blood money from slaves, and now they're the head of Lancome or whatever the fuck. Like most of
Yep.
these brands are not, or even if the brand is owned by a woman, most of the stockholders are men.
Yep.
So it's like if you just remove like you can't be mad at men. You have to be mad at the society we live in, because if you
Yes.
met a man who was into makeup and into lace fronts and into style and fashion, you would call him gay. And it's like I don't slight you for that, but you have to like elevate outside of your position on the vast timeline that we've already lived on and will continue to live on pending climate disaster. But like just to sit there and make a TikTok like men are like this and women are like this. Why don't you just like be the change you want to see? Why don't you go
Facts.
date a bisexual dude who does his own lashes? You know what I mean? Like what? Like those
Yeah.
those are out there.
Yeah. 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 Oh no. No, you're totally right though.
It's just like I don't know why people don't just like get the fuck outside of the box, people.
I spent my whole life just trying to get in the box, to be honest. See, the thing is with men, it's like I definitely think we're a disease, and our ability to be horny for things is a disease. Because when you get that that post nut clarity, like you fucked, you had like a wild night of sex one night, and then the next day you go to work, you're just like you don't want to think about that person, or you're just like, ugh, sex, I'm good, I'm done, I don't need any. And then you see someone outside, and then you're like, yep, no, I could use some. I'm back in it. I'm back for more. I'm ready. It's a disease. You just can't turn it off. I wish I could turn it off. Wish
You
I
know
could
what? I
focus.
think women are way hornier than men.
That's terrifying for two reasons. Because one, they're good at hiding it, or no women are that horny for or around me. Um, which
I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Go ahead.
I just feel, well, first of all, you have to realize there's HPV, which has no symptoms in men and gives women cancer. And then
Yes.
women can have babies and they still fuck niggas.
Yes. Yes.
Like
Shout.
not every woman is fucking the upper echelon of niggas. Like they're fucking like regular ass niggas that some may get pregnant by and never see again.
Yes.
Or even worse, they see them all the time, forever, and they're terrible.
Yeah. So where are these bitches at exactly? Where do they hang out?
How's your wife?
She's doing great. She's doing great. She's actually not doing too great because she has a job where she has to work really early in the morning and travel really far, and that shit is whack. And yeah, so she's tight.
Bro, nigga, both of y'all
Um,
need to take advantage of this labor, quote unquote, labor shortage and get some new jobs. Cause I can tell you, I got my job right now is so easy. Like, okay, well, it's not easy per se, but it's not anywhere near as hard as that jobs I've had. It
yeah,
pays roughly the same as some of the worst jobs I've had,
yeah,
and actually, that technically pays more because of commission. But I haven't like broke
right.
those grounds yet. But like, even like if you are just like on the regular path at my job, so what at my job you have to make sales, whatever, and they have a ramp, which is like you start with a sales goal, and then that sales goal increases every month of what's expected of you, your expectations. And if you just came off the street and never did this job, which was pretty much my entire training class of like 12 people,
Right.
I think maybe only 3 were familiar with like the ramp system, because that's like a common thing in sales. It's not just for my job, but like
Yeah.
only 3 people in my job at my 12 person training class were even familiar with that terminology. And like, if you see the numbers, it looks very foreboding, because you're like, how the fuck am I supposed to go from nothing to making X amount of thousands of dollars a month? And then once you actually do the job and get in the ground floor, you're like, oh, this is not
Not that
that
bad.
hard. Like, as long as you just like, because the thing too is that like, because it's sales, no one's on your dick. Like the numbers will speak for themselves. Like no one's like, you got to do this, you got to do that. Everyone's like, here's the numbers you got to reach them. If you don't, if you don't like for a decent time consistently, like we'll re-strategize. Then we'll start digging into your
Yeah.
how your team's messages being away, and your
Yeah.
your sales activities, and the nitty gritty bullshit. But like, if the money's there, the money's there, and they're not gonna say shit to you, but they're not gonna be on your dick.
That's lit. That is
So,
lit.
and again, I got this job, no experience. Most of my training class had no experience. And actually, to be honest, I don't know if it's Michigan specifically, but like there were so many jobs I applied for here that I had no business applying for, and got bare minimum in interview. There's one dude who called me like 3 times. It was a bad job. It was like a roofing job,
He was like,
and like,
"Please, I'll teach you
dude,
how to put together a house."
nah, I'm dead ass. He literally was like that, because like, he first he made an offer when I went to this interview, and I was like, that's too low for me. And he's like, listen, I can make it this. And it was like almost double. And he was like, but you cannot tell anybody that this is what you're making. You cannot tell anybody this is your rate. And I was like, I'll think about it. And then I thought about, because it would have been fat. It would have been a fat check. But I was
Yeah.
just like, do I want to be a roofer in
Right.
fucking Michigan in
Right.
the winter? No.
Woo.
Absolutely. Even in the summer. Like, there's just
Right.
no good time to
Just
be a roofer.
no, no, not at all. I'm afraid of
So,
heights. Not me. Woo.
and I got some technical position that I told you guys about it, and
Yeah.
like I was trying to explain to y'all the job while not knowing shit about the job, and I was still there until I found a different job. So, to your wife Sasha, his wife is also named Sasha, branch out. It's about that time. And even if you don't
She
think it's that time,
she
there's
loves
plenty of
she loves her job. Her job is her career. Um, Me, I just want to smoke weed and make beats. So I get bread though. We get paid bread for like what I do. I work at a job that it's like it only becomes hard if you want it to be hard, and it would be hard because you're trying to do better. You know, it's like an uphill challenge. Because it's a very easy job to just walk in, do some stuff, go home, and that be it. Unfortunately, um, I think what we really need to do is just just disrupt the system enough. Like you said, if we just all steal, they can't stop all of us. You know, they will have no choice. We just need to destroy the capitalistic system that we live in, um, because it's bullshit. Um, it is bullshit. Like the fact that there's a labor shortage, right? Like the fact that it's good for us that the rest of society is struggling to get people to work, quote unquote, so then we can get good jobs and get paid more. Like, we live in this shit where shit's got to be bad, completely bad for everybody, for one group to benefit for like a little bit. To shit don't make no fucking sense. Shit don't make no sense.
Not a lick of it. And it's just, you know what? Like, that's, if I could have a superpower, it would be to create a hive mind. Just to have
Right?
large numbers of people think like me at the same time, even if it was temporary, even if it was like, if I can get like 80,000 people at once just for 5 minutes to think exactly how I do, and then they go back to normal, I would have them all like just steal shit. Or just all like burn a building down, just like a random grouping of 80,000 people, the 80,000 people closest to me. Which I don't know, that might be like the whole city at this point. I don't know what the population is. Niggas might really talk about Detroit crazy after that. Like, yo, you heard the whole population of Detroit just stole for 5 minutes straight?
Yeah, I could not have that superpower. I could not be responsible. I'd be like, quick, every woman in no, that's not gonna work. I have to be more specific than that. I don't know. I would just be like, everybody, all the bad bitches, find Joey and suck his dick, and it will cure all the ills of humanity. And there's be like 50 million women showed up with their mouths open, begging for the cock. And then after that,
God,
and then
you
after
are
that,
such a horny piece of shit.
and then after that, I'd be like, all right, that's all I got for y'all. Who wants to hear some beats? Who likes instrumental hip hop? You ladies like Moby? Can I play some Moby? How about some Moby? I'm easy to please. I'm easy to please. Suck my dick and listen to my beats.
I wish your wife would give you like one threesome a year. I wish that.
I don't want to do that. I don't want a threesome.
So you want 50 million, not 3?
Yeah. It's all or nothing, baby. No, realistically, with a threesome, I'm just gonna disappoint 2 people at a time instead of just one. So I don't want to. I don't want to do that to myself.
Nah, man. You gotta. First of all, you gotta. Here's the thing about a threesome, right? There's 2 things about a threesome. I've only had one, so obviously I'm an expert. But first of all, you got to realize it's not all about you. Now, my threesome was all about me, but because it was my birthday. Happy 29th birthday. But yeah, it's like, it doesn't have to be all about you pleasing. Like, these 2 girls please each other. Like, you tap out a little bit. That's one. And then
That's
2,
nice.
we just discussed, once you're at that 5 drunk, you might need 2 women. You might have enough virility off the Casamigos to take down 2. If you don't have it off that, I actually looked up what's in those gas station like dick pills. It's literally Viagra. It's been Viagra this whole time, or Cialis, or Tadalafil, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
it's literally like, it's
They're
not like, I always thought, because I took the gas station pills twice in my life when I was in my early 20s. And both times they worked like exceedingly well. And as I got older, I was like, that has to be like, like the placebo effect or something. Like, there's no way that like they're just selling that shit over. Because this was before Blue Chew was a thing. Before you could just like go on hims.com and they'll send you a discreet package in the mail. Sponsor us. But
dead ass.
But yeah, like before that stuff came out, I just thought like, you have to be a 50-year-old man, have to go to a doctor, have to get some blood work, and then you get some. No, that shit's been at the gas station for real this whole time.
Wow.
And the labels don't say it. The labels will just say, "Oh, this is ginseng," and I take ginseng every day. Like, ginseng definitely like gives you. I don't think ginseng really like does anything for my erections. It definitely makes me like hornier and like, I think a little more mental acuity. I'm a little calmer. But as far as like being on brick with ginseng versus like just
sildenafil,
yeah, versus the good stuff, it's 0 to 100. Like, so yeah, so if you are in the gas station, if you got a gas station near you and you're listening to this on the way to a link, why don't you stop in? I know the prices are high, but why don't you cop yourself a little blue rhino? Those things for real work.
You know what? I'm gonna grab one of those one of these days. Yeah, I'm gonna give me a little Street Fighter sex pill, little Spanish fly.
Yeah, you gotta do it, bro. A little horny goat weed. It's not just horny goat weed in there.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Well, we discussed this in our group chat. Like, being horny outside of the home can really be detrimental to your life, because the post nut clarity that allows you to see that you were with someone who you were not attracted to, that could be devastating. But what could even be worse is how down bad you may find yourself at your job talking to someone who is 15 years younger than you and going to flame you in a group chat for trying to talk to them with your old, horny, fucking decrepit ass. It's nasty work out there, guys. Please beat your meat before you go to work. Don't do it to yourself, because I've been at my job for a little bit, so I don't be looking for information, but information be finding me, and I just be sad. I just be sad about what a lot of niggas who I work with and be around. It's just sad.
I'm glad you gave that caveat because it made it seem like you were hitting on women
Oh,
15 years older than you.
no. I don't have the. This is the thing. And I was so incredibly happy about this as I started to get older. I started finding younger women so very fucking annoying, because like the perspective is just different and the shit that they care about is unimportant. Um, so it's like, ooh, this girl is, could be 22 and she's mad pretty and she starts talking. And I'm just like, damn, you just think in a different way, and you care about things that I just can't pretend enough to give a shit about. So this would never work. I need me an older bitch, someone who's gonna teach me something.
You need some wisdom to come with the pussy.
I need some wise pussy, wise ass pussy.
Nigga, fucking owl.
Boy, it's my baby right here. I love owls. They're just cool. They're a cool looking animal. I love dogs as an animal. I don't think I'd cuddle an owl because they'll kill you. A lot of animals will kill you.
Yeah, most of them will, yes.
Most of them will.
Do you ever like talk to a younger, because you work with a lot of young people.
I do.
Do you ever, I've found times where I was talking to somebody and they were maybe 23, and I was like the youngest person I talked to in a minute. I think the youngest person I talked to in years was only like 28. Or
Wow.
like, I think a 5-year deficit is like the youngest I would really go. But well, actually, no, I'm 35 now. No, wait, no, I'm doing some math. I think I don't think I've really talked to anybody younger than like 4 or 5 years under me since I turned 30. But do you ever like get into a conversation with somebody younger and like say they're like 23, and you know the shit they're saying is stupid, but you know it's all shit you believed when you were 23, and then you just have like an existential crisis, like, damn, I was this dumb.
you know, 35 hours a week, that's what I'm going through, bro. I'm just like, holy shit. Yo, it's really humbling. It's actually, thinking about it's probably bad for my mental health, because I just be thinking about how terrible of a person or how dumb of a person I was my whole life. I just be looking at myself, just cringing 24/7, looking at these kids, thinking of the situations that I was in, that they are in now, and being like, oh my God, I can't believe I went to school after that. I can't believe I showed my face after I said that shit.
The worst is when you get too deep into it. I remember there was just like this 20-year-old, I don't know, maybe 23, 24, chatting me up at the bar a couple years ago when I still worked in PA, and I was the bouncers again. And this one girl was just like talking to me for like 5 minutes. And I don't even remember what she was saying, but like, you ever have somebody say something that they believe, and you know that there's a series of events that this person is going to go through where they will no longer
change that.
and you and I'm just sitting there like, damn, you got so much hope in your eyes.
Yeah.
You got so much, and it's gonna be gone by the time before you hit 30, before you even hit my mark. It's gonna be out of your fucking head completely. Wow. Yeah. I hope you maintain this demeanor, but I know life will not allow you to keep that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Between the horrible things you'll see on social media, between the horrible things your friends will say and do to you, between the horrible things boyfriends, girlfriends, and your parents are gonna do to you from now until, because there's a direct trajectory to you hating the world just as much as I do. and everybody I know has been on that track.
Yeah.
And you're not special. It's not going to save you. And now you're just like sad talking to them, because you're like, now you're remembering all the things that have happened to you that have led you to that point. You're like, God damn.
Yeah, man. Talking to a bitch for 5 minutes and just like, yo, life is fucking hard. Like, the world is awful.
Like, dude, for some reason, I attract a lot of like activists and like bleeding hearts and like,
Yeah.
and sometimes I look at them and that they're like, oh, I just got this job in like community leadership, and I'm just like, they don't pay shit, and that's gonna hurt you, and you're gonna
Yes.
do some things that you're gonna hate because you're gonna do some. It's like it's either you're gonna realize that your efforts are not going to equal anything, or your efforts maybe might do something, but it's not going to equate to how little you are getting paid, and you're gonna because you're not getting paid, you're going to be next to people who maybe are getting paid or maybe can help you in some way, and those people are going to be dirt. And they are going to affect your long-term trajectory as a good person. It's not going
Yes.
to last. I,
Yes.
I I wish the best for you.
Yes. Oh man. See, I I also get this other lucky end of the spectrum because a lot of the old people at my job are fucking miserable. So I just walk in and I'm just like, God damn, I'm glad I'm never gonna be you. Cause it's like I guess it's actually kind of being in the same position as that younger person, except that we think because of more of the information that we've learned, we have a fighting chance. And of course, I believe it's right because if I'm 75 years old working at a grocery store, complaining about every little fucking thing to every person who listens, I want to be put down like twice. Get me out of here. Fucking put glass in my fucking oatmeal or some shit.
Oh, dude, like people like don't get it, dude. I was having a conversation with somebody recently that just didn't get my goals in my life because they they never have been in the position that we are in where they constantly are talking to their elders, and not
Mhm.
elders that are family that won't really give it to them like it is, but like
Yeah.
niggas out in the world, and they
Yes.
are just like you don't even know how miserable you have the potential to be if you don't change. And when I'm on the trajectory where I want to change shit,
Yeah.
they're like they'll make fun of me for like dieting or make fun of me for even this podcast sometimes. Like, oh, it's not gonna go anywhere. I'm like, bro, if this podcast exists for 5 years, you telling me we're not gonna be making a couple grand every month off this thing of just sitting
Yeah.
here talking for an hour, making some
Yeah.
clips? You telling me your job that you love so much is gonna hold you down for 40 years? You gonna bet money on that? Because you're betting way more than money if you're just you know what I mean. Like I'm always on the move to upward trajectory, whether it be even this weekend. Like I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about how to grow your podcast. And it wasn't like a podcast about that. It was just a podcast that I like. That was comedy
Yeah.
mostly. And he was
Yeah.
talking about how he grew his shit. And he was saying that like, it was not organic like the first 1,000 followers. Like it was like I had to like, follow for follow and follow a bunch of Facebook page and groups to follow back your shit. So what did I do this weekend? I went on like every black podcasting fucking Facebook group I could find, and I've been posting our clips everywhere, posting our links, and like a year from now, maybe that'll yield, maybe it won't, and I'll re-strategize then. But like I'm paying attention and I'm working towards upward mobility. I'm no longer counting on my efforts at a job or in a relationship or in anything else that isn't me to get me to my next level. And a lot of
That's
people
fact.
don't do that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've made those mistakes, even though I should have learned them a long time ago. But like I said, I'm doing my thing, and I'm just trying to get out there. Like if I'm on my phone, like I've reduced my TikTok time because I don't know. I think I'm using TikTok as more a community app than like a blowing up app because
Mhm.
I really don't. I'm trying to pick a niche, but
Yeah.
it's hard being a colorful ass motherfucker like I am. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm using that for the social aspect of it, and I'm putting this podcast in different platforms. And if you're listening, send these clips to your group text, to your grandma, do it all because we're working here and we're trying. We need to break that 1,000 barrier on YouTube, and just let's go for it.
And I'm trying to break your grandmother's young nigga barrier. Send it to your grandmother.
Oh my God, you're gonna get somebody's. So what if you got your wife's grandmother pregnant right now? What would you think the trajectory of your marriage would be?
I know my trajectory would be straight off the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. Tell you that much. But see, the point in fucking with a grandma is that they're not gonna get pregnant.
They still
Okay.
can. No, see, here's the big L.
Oh,
If
I'd hate that.
if you get a grandma pregnant, not only do you risk having like a special needs child, not that there's anything wrong with that, but also you also risk killing the grandma as well.
Yeah.
That's the most devastating thing your penis can do to anybody, I think.
Woo! That's some damage.
Emotional damage. My ex killed my grandmother and gave me a nephew. Damn.
Oh, ooh, yeah. But you know what? When she died, it was the time of her life. It was the last time of her life. Oh, that's
And
not
on
okay.
that note, we could end right there. We could end right there on Joey's Joey's penis killing someone's grandmother,
Killing someone's
and giving
grandma.
him a son. That's how I was going to usher in the next generation. Well, this has been the National Beat Treasure. If you want to help Christian out, send money to my Cash App. For every dollar you send me, I'll send him a prayer. $ TROPJ. Hopefully he's back on next week and he hasn't. I don't want to. I'm gonna say. I was gonna say. I'm fucking gonna say it. You know, bad things come in threes. So you got power outage. You got COVID. Let's hope nothing else happens. But if it does, send some donations to us at the National Meat Treasure. Follow him at Point the Barrel on Instagram and follow me at what the fuck is my at thin.cruel.lips on TikTok and at thin.cruel.lips on Instagram. At National Meat Treasure is where you get all our socials on Instagram and TikTok, and at NMT Pod on Facebook. Start spreading. I don't know if you guys are still in Facebook groups. I don't know how old our audience is. I assume not. But if you are, throw these clips in some Facebook groups. Let them know what we're happening. Send them to your group chat. Send them to your. I don't know. Send them to your grandmother. Hope she wants to fuck Joey.
Yeah. Send it to your grandma, but only if she's one of those like dope looking. You know what? I'm not even gonna keep
The
going.
G milfs.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna chill. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Saint Thrilla. Follow 303 BAM on all social media platforms and on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, Rezo, TikTok, all of those things. Any music platform you use, look up 303 BAM, look up Saint Thrilla, look up Youngmoth. We got tunes for your head top, so watch how you speak on our names. You heard.
And this has been the National Meat Treasure. Peace.